4-minute tutorial. You want to communicate effectively and you don't want to use an LLM like a ChatGPT, whatever. Now the 5 W's and how, the who, what, why, where, when, and how can be useful, but sometimes you've got to do a little bit of extra math because it wouldn't apply to every bit of communication that you want to draft. Here's what you're going to do. By the way, I'm Serena. This is Serena's Playbook. It's where you level up your strategic thinking and your brand communications. Number 1, who is your audience? And if they are multiple, write it down. Be very clear who is it that you're trying to reach. 2. I was going to start counting up in French. Number 2, what is the result that you want? You know how sometimes if you run an advert promotion on Instagram, for instance, and it will say, do you want more views or a link? You want them to click on a link or you want them to follow. That's a call to action, a CTA. So what is it you want them to do with your piece of information or communication? Now, if this was a press release or a newsletter to customers or clients, then usually there'd be some kind of follow-up at the end. It wouldn't just be like, just wanted to say hi, because time and attention is of the essence. We know that. And so your audience wants to know why you're speaking to them, communicating with them, writing, etc., in the first place. What's the purpose? Hence why I said at the start, I'm here to help you level up your strategic thinking and your digital comms for your brand. Be very clear about what it is you want from them. You might then, once you've identified that, reverse engineer this whole piece of communication. For instance, I've been drafting and scripting a short story, a short film, if you like, for a while. And in the end, the CTA, the call to action, keeps changing. And I keep asking myself, why is that? Is that just the creative in me? Am I thinking about this too deeply? No such thing. Am I being perhaps mixed hat wearing about this? You know, when you're an entrepreneur, creator, etc., you wear lots of different hats. Am I using a different strategic hat each time? And then I realized it's because it's a creative piece. There's not necessarily a CTA with it. And I think I was trying to attach one to it. But what I do want, obviously, is that kind of unexpected, uncertain, hard to quantify metric. And that is for people to enjoy, share perhaps, and to follow and to come back for more. But it's a different endeavor altogether. So it's really important to understand the style of your communication. For this video, my hope would be for you to click on the link manythingsatonce.com so that you can join my pre-sale list for the book I'm writing, which really encourages us as users, consumers, creators, commentators, communicators, did I say that already, to really level up our strategic thinking and to be much more critical in our thinking, in our consumption, in our communication, so we can discern much better. Why is it called Many Things at Once? Because that binary of 2 things can be true at once is just so limiting and it just doesn't do enough for us. And I think we've been stuck in a thinking trap and loop, and a lot of commentators and creators, etc., have us in this thinking trap. They keep reinforcing the same loop. So my intention, my thoughts, my ideas behind each piece of communication may very well have many motivations, intentions, layers, values. You know, I talk about your North Star value. But when it comes to that slice of output that we're planning to put out, we just need to decide what is the core value from this slice of information that we want our audience to discern, right? And for this, essentially, it's be much more intentional in what you want to say. As a communicator, creator, entrepreneur, whoops, I've gone over 4 minutes, but this was the gist of what I wanted to advise you on and encourage you with. Keep it up, and I'll see you in the next one.